So let us look at USDJPY. Let us look at USDJPY. We start with the weekly time frame. We start with the weekly time frame. We want to look at the most recent area of contention, being this one. So this is the range low, and this is the range high. That is the range high. So in the weekly time frame, that's all you want to see. That's all you want to see in the weekly time frame. And this is let me see whether I can pin this here. This is USDJPY. Yeah, this is USDJPY. So let me move this one. So this thing cannot move. Oh, it can. I wanted to move it there. I hope you can see it where I have put it. I hope you can see it there. Good. This is USDJPY. So once you are done with marking the range that we are working on the weekly, that is all you need. That is all you need. So what do? Go to the daily time frame, like that. Now we already know that this is now our week high, and this week high will be taken out because the current high and the current low, that is on the weekly time frame. That is all you need to mark. So we know that this is the week high, and it will be taken out because the market broke structure here. There was a BOS here. There was that BOS here, and the market had also taken out liquidity. All this liquidity was taken out before the market continued pushing higher. So what does that tell you? That tells you that this area is our protected low, that if the market goes below this area, we can now look for selling opportunities until wherever. Okay, but now this is our current area of interest. Current area of interest. Yeah, this is USDJPY. USDJPY. Like that. So we are doing good. Now in the daily time frame, we can see one order block here, which is very good to mark, because below it in the daily I cannot see any FVG. Below it I cannot see any FVG. So we can mark this as our main buy order block. That is our main buy order block. So what do? We go to the 4 hours and start marking our obstacles. Let us start marking our obstacles in the 4 hours. Okay, our Kanini has gone. All right, and now in the 4 hours we can also try to refine. We can try to refine this to this order block here. I hope you can see it. This order block here, and as you can see, we have this small FVG, so that means this is a very valid order block. But now still in the 4 hours, so we will call this daily main order block. That is the main order block in the daily time frame. So we have an extreme order block here that the market can decide come, and then the market can decide to come to. So in this area, what we want to see is the confirmation entry, then we continue buying the market. If this area is taken out, which I highly doubt, because this is a very strong low, took out liquidity and then continued pushing up. But the market is reactive and not predictive, so you have to wait for the market to react first. So you come here and we call this the extreme 4-hour order block. That's the extreme 4-hour order block. We don't expect the market to go below this area, because this was our area of this was our strong low. But if the market goes lower, we still have open prices here that we can target. But for now, this is the 4-hour. This is the 4-hour order block, and also in the 4-hour order block, remember we have this FVG here and breaker block. We have an FVG and breaker block. So what I would do is to just let that be as we saw it in the daily, because anything can happen here. The market can decide not to come to this order block, because this order block by itself does not have any FVG. So the market can come to this demand zone here. You see that demand there. So I think that is even what we should be thinking about, that demand zone there. So okay, now this is what we expect, just like what we saw in silver. I expect that the market will first take out this liquidity. This is the liquidity that was traced very close, and then it will retrace to this and then continue moving up. But if it decides to come here, we will still move up with it. So because okay, let me see, are these the highest high? No, these are not the highest high. So and you can see that the market is already reacting from this order block here. So this is the order block that was retested by this. So we look for anything above this. We have to look for anything above this, because this will be taken out. And okay, can I see anything above that? Anything above that, we have what? We have this IFVG. We have this inverted FVG here. So I will just mark it. I will just mark it like this, and then we have this order block here. The market can decide to come to this sell order block, although I think that is even too far. This is maybe later. So that means the market can sell from the 50% of this week here. So I want you to mark this, and then you will tell me. You will tell me on Monday. The market might react from that. That is the 50% of the week. Those of you who are from my class, you know that we learn this. The week being a POI, 50% of the week sell. So that is very important to, that is a very good area to wait for the market to sell from. If it doesn't sell from this, and you can see that okay, let me remove this. I don't want to confuse anyone. Let me remove that, and also remove this. Okay, so you can see that the market will be coming to take out this liquidity. Okay, that liquidity here. So that's a very valid area to sell from. And you can see, let me see whether these were equal highs. This is how you build buyers. Okay, these are relative equal highs. So I think what we can do, okay, this is a good area up to this area here. You see, because the 50% of this area was not mitigated there, and you can see there is a breaker block. So yeah, because these are relative equal highs, and of course I know you know that when we have something like this, the market will come and take them. So I believe now this will be our liquidity, this one, instead of this. This will be our liquidity. We have to look for something that is above liquidity. So we have this breaker block here that can act. So let me rename this to breaker block for sell. So what we need to do is, because remember, any selling that you'll be doing in this market, any selling that you'll be doing, you will be trading against the trade. Okay, you will be trading against the trade. But anywhere around this area, especially immediately this high is taken out, which I believe it will be, immediately it is taken out, you will just want to see the standard entry model. Okay, you take from the QML and we continue taking the market higher. All right, but we are still too far. We are still too far because this is the daily time frame. This is the daily. So let me go back to 4 hours. So in 4 hours we saw this, and this one. So let me go to 1 hour. We also need to know that at least this one must be taken out first, because there's a lot of liquidity resting above this area, but the market has already broken structure. So with this in mind, this is the 1 hour order block. So we can refine it to this demand zone here. We can refine it because I can't see any other thing except that there is this breaker block there. So that's a good area the market can come. What about this? So we can refine this. Okay, still good. That one can still remain like that. So what does that tell you? That if a sell is confirmed, if we confirm a sell, the market will come to this. Will be your first take profit, this one. If the market moves below this will be your second take profit. And if the market comes down, you will be looking to fast buy from this area, because remember, this is also a very strong low, because it took out this liquidity, took out all that liquidity before breaking structure. So this is a very strong low also. But if the market decides to come down, you know that it will be coming down to this area, and so that becomes my bias for USDJPY. USDJPY. So we'll come to the lower time frame on Monday to see whether the market will. You can see there's a lot of struggle here, because the market just wants to take out this liquidity and then continue coming down. So this is a very good area. Let's see, we didn't have any clear QM here. 5 minutes, nothing yet. So yeah, we will wait for a QM here, and then we can continue pushing the market down to the areas that we have marked. And then you see, when we continue to move up, we know where we are going to. We know exactly where we are going to, and that is that. So let us look at Euro USD. Let us look at Euro USD. Still on that case, I think you can help me to. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Salman. I think you can help me to push this to around 2,000 likes. I know you can do it as we continue to look at this. Thank you for following me, Salman. So can we do that? I think we are many enough to push this to 2,000 likes as we look for what is happening with Euro USD. Euro USD, Euro USD, Euro USD. Good, we are at 1K already. We are at 1K already. Yeah, tap the screen. Tap the screen. Tap the screen. This is the ridge. Hi. Thank you for those who are liking. Joseph Mandu, you are welcome. Now look at this. This is Euro USD. By the way, I'm telling you, this is the easiest way to do top-down analysis. I use SMC. That is what I use. I'm actually coming up with a website. Low at order strategy. Well, that one I don't know. I'm actually coming up with a website that I'll be uploading free classes there. So if you'd like to be part of the first people to get that site, you can WhatsApp me. My number is on bio. Now look at this. This is the range high. This is the weekly time frame now. This is the range low. Now, if you understand trading, there is something we call CRT. I don't trade CRT myself, but of course I understand it. You can see two things: that the market has already taken out that as liquidity, but let me use the current one. This one, the market took this out and then it closed inside the range, because of course it will close bearish. So what does that tell you? Just looking at this, okay, just looking at this, at what is happening here, okay, just look at what is happening here. Because if you are an intraday trader like me, you don't need to know what is happening in all these areas. All these areas, each candle took a week to form. So you know what that means. So we only need this one, just this one. Now look at this. If you trade CRT, if you are a CRT trader, this tells you that this becomes our strong high and this becomes our weak low. Okay, now if I okay, let me see. If you look at this from that angle, if you look at this from that angle, you can see there's a lot of resistance here, by the way. Okay, I see why. I see why there is a lot of resistance here. It is because of that. It is because of that. So that tells you that this market can sell a bit. But anyway, let's concentrate on where we are. Let's concentrate here. So that is the range high, this is the range low. So let's go to the daily time frame. Now as you can see from the daily time frame, now the first thing we need to look at is what is happening in the daily, in the okay, let me, so you can see that we are bullish. We can see that the overall trade is bullish. That is the overall trade. The overall trade is bullish. So what do? In the daily time frame, you first, now if you look at these, you don't have any FVG here, so this becomes our very good order block for a buy. And let me name it daily buy order block. This is Euro USD, those who are just joining. This is Euro USD. This is EU Euro USD. Euro USD. Now you can see this FVG, of course, and then we have this daily order block. So we expect that when the market comes to this area, we will continue to buy. And the reason we are doing that is because you can see that the market already broke structure here. You see the market broke structure here, and this sell that is happening is coming from this order block there. Okay, but you have seen that the overall bias is that we should be buying. So this is daily. So let's go to 4 hours and mark what we call the we mark what we call the blocks. Lucky Fang, you're welcome. Now look at this. the market is currently reacting from this order block. The market is currently reacting from that order block, and of course, as we can see, now what we called the daily order block, there's a lot happening here, but I think okay, let us leave it like that. Let us leave it like that. This is like from here to here, that is like 42 pips. Okay, this is EURUSD. So we need to create a bias here now. In the 4 hours, the market has already broken structure. The market has already broken structure to the downwards. And if you can look at this, the market has already come to our QML. You see it has been tapped. The QML has been tapped. So what does that tell you? That tells you that we should continue to look for more opportunities to sell. And where are we selling to? We are selling up to, or we are selling to this area. We are selling to this area here. We are selling to this area here. And I am thinking that all this area, let me see what is here. So we have this someone here. This is a breaker block, which I think the market will buy from. So just allow me to name it a buy breaker block, because as you can see, that is where we have the last FVG. Can you look at this? This is how we create buyers. Now let me zoom it down. Let me zoom it down. You see, this is where we have the last FVG here, last one, and we have this breaker block. So there is a higher possibility, very high possibility, that the market will use this. And when we go to the lower time frame, you will see the market will use this as the liquidity and buy from here. So we have to look for a buy position at least below the liquidity. Below the liquidity. So let me remove this, and of course you know that this is weak, it will be taken out. We want to look for an opportunity to bring this market down, or to continue selling this market to this area. Winnie, thank you for following me. Shimama, you are welcome. We are looking at EURUSD. Raptor, karibu sana. So in the 4 hour, we don't see anything happening here, and we now need to go to the lower time frame and see whether we can get an opportunity to continue selling this market. So let me go to 1 hour. Let me go to 1 hour. Now you can see India wanaitanga tato soup, kitu kama hiyo. Me, I don't know those things. So in SMC we call it a stop hunt. In SMC we call it a stop hunt. So tattoo soup. Nani who calls this tattoo soup? Is it tattoo soup or tattoo soup or? Someone help me. Is it tattoo soup or tattoo soup? Raptor, thank you for following. So in SMC we call this stop hunt. We call that stop hunt. And so we expected that remember, in the 4 hours the market has already come to the QML, but let's see whether it has come in the 1 hour. Not okay. It has tato soup. Yeah, tato soup, that is the word I was looking for. That was the word I was looking for. So the market has already actually come to this The market has already come to that. Okay, now look at this. Look at this. The market came, took out. Okay, there is something here that looks like relative equal highs. In trading, you have to have the third eye, because if you cannot spot liquidity, you become the liquidity. Look at that. So we have the equal highs there. We have the equal highs there. So that tells me that there is a high possibility that the market will come and take out these equal highs before continuing down. Yeah, you become the liquidity. If you cannot spot the liquidity, you are the liquidity. That means I will not look for more opportunities until I see these equal highs taken out. So I need to see something here. I need to ask myself, if this market comes up, where do we have the order block to bring this market down? I cannot see that in 1 hour, so let me see what we have in 30 minutes. Now in 30 minutes, okay, in 30 minutes I'm seeing two things. One is this one, that is, but now that one does not have any FVG, and what is just above the liquidity is this one. Can you see that order block there? I can see that order block, and that is the order block that has liquidity. So that tells me, how many pips are this? Close to 60 something pips. So that tells me that this is the supply, or this is the sell order block that I'll be looking at. So I'll be looking at selling from that area. Now look at all this that has happened here. It is very easy for you to be trapped. Thank you, Lee, for following. It is very easy for you to be trapped, especially if you are not seeing some of the things like these ones. Okay, it's very easy for you to be trapped. So that means allow me to go back to, was it 4 hours? Yes, 4 hours. So you see this order block here, this buy that is actually currently this rejection here, I'm expecting it to push the market up to this area. So let me go to lower time frame and look for this buy opportunity. Remember, we started from here, and so we expect that once the market buys or sells from here, okay, once the market sells from here, this will be our take profit. But now we cannot wait until, because I'm an intraday trader, I cannot wait until the market comes here. I need to catch this move here. I need to catch this move here, though it's a very dangerous move. But let me see in 30 minutes. In 30 minutes. Okay, so we had the market took out liquidity here and then broke structure here. So what we do not want to see is the market going above this. So we can wait for the market to go above that, then we look for a re-entry. So this is an if this then what? If the market takes out, actually let me just label it. So if the market closes above this, I will buy. So this is how you build a narrative. Gold, you are welcome. We are going to gold in a few. So if the market goes above this, I will buy. I will buy. But now we need to know that if the market goes below this area, if the market now comes and goes below this, it means it will not come back here. I'll just look for an opportunity to continue selling. Okay, this is very good, by the way. This is very good. Now you know that every time the market breaks structure, it tends to go up, take out all liquidity before continuing to break another structure. And that is what I am suspecting here, that all these movements, all these are noise. The market will move up, take out these equal highs before continuing down. So this can take even 2 weeks. Yeah, but at least I have a bias for what? I have a bias now for Monday. Let me see whether we had any. Okay, nothing yet. All right, so in 15 minutes I can bring this one here, because this market took out that liquidity and then came and broke structure here. So if the market goes or moves above it, it means now that we look for more opportunities to buy the market. Let me see what is happening in 5 minutes. All right, in 5 minutes it's the same thing. Yeah, that's okay. I think I'll be hello. Oh, I think I'll be good if the market closes above this. I can look for opportunities to continue buying. This is like 21 pips. So let me just recap this for those who joined late. We took our range in 2 weeks time. Okay, this looks crazy. Yeah, I think 4 hours is okay. So we expect the market to come to this area, and then we continue buying until the market takes out this range here. Okay, this range here. And so if you are an intraday trader or a day trader, we expect to buy this market until we take out these equal highs before we look for an opportunity to sell. So that is what is happening with Euro USD. So can we look